that. That sounds better. That looks better on my end. Yeah. Apparently, not streaming for 2 weeks, and I think there was an update to OBS Studio during that time, monkeyed with something, I'm sure. But I've been busy. I've been playing Outer Wilds for the last, 2 weeks. And after that, I spent a lot of time editing and trying to figure out what I want to do for thumbnails for that game. That's a rough game to thumbnail. It really is. I'm so scared of giving away spoilers in the thumbnails for that game. It's a really good game. I highly recommend it. So I haven't really done a whole lot of streaming, even though I've been off for the last, week or so. When you took that week off to do the test stream before your scheduled ones to make sure everything was still working and your process was still in my mind. Yeah, it's rough. I had a rough time just even, sitting down and deciding what I want to stream and what I want to do, which is part of the reason why I decided on Dyson Sphere Program. I figured we'd start with, a chill game to sort of ease our way back into streaming. So I played Dyson Sphere Program way back, shortly after it first came out. I built a Dyson Sphere. I moved on with my life. That was kind of the beginning, middle, of end of my Dyson Sphere Program career. Recently... Okay, well, I say recently, I mean, probably a year ago at this point, maybe even 2 years ago at this point. They released this, Rise of the Dark Fog expansion, which is supposed to add, an ambient enemy to the game. I'm not really quite sure what that's about. I know it's something you could turn off if you choose to not want to play with that option. But I decided, you know what? Let's check it out. Like I said, it'll be kind of like a chill way to get back into streaming. So Dyson Sphere Program is an automation game. It's very similar to Factorio, and you were waiting for a full release and then you went broke and couldn't afford it. I think it's still in early access, so hopefully by the time you get that full release, it'll be a reasonable price for you. But, yeah, so we're going to leave a lot of this stuff on default for the world generation, I guess we could call it. I don't really want to monkey around with it too much. And I'm sure things will be fine. I have a little bit of metadata, which is the progression in this game. Like I said, I have built the Dyson Sphere. It's something that I've done before. I just didn't stream it or record any of it, so, it is what it is. But, yeah, so there's the seed for people who may want to also do this one. But we're just gonna hop into it and see what we can do, yeah? Detailed hints, key points, skilled engineer. I think we'll do key points. I always have no idea what to do next in game and need someone always to give me hints. Mostly I know what I'm doing, but sometimes I want to be directed on important goals like key points. I think we're gonna do key points. I don't think I really need my hand held the entire time, but it has been probably a while since I played this game, so I do want touch-ups on some key points. So we'll do that way. Now, I'm fairly certain that the music in this intro bit is copyrighted, so I'm going to be trying to speak over it as much as possible, because I do not want... Oh, this is actually a new intro. Maybe it's not this intro. I think it's the, intro cutscene, after the intro. It spreads. I don't know. I'm probably not making much sense. The shadow of the galaxy. My planets will never look like that. I'm not that good. Yeah, so this is just an introduction to like the hostile ambient force in this game. They don't like Dyson Spheres. Dyson Spheres are bad. They should be illegal. So dramatic. It actually makes me want to go back and play Sword of the Stars, of all things.
As dark fog rises, the stars dim.
Spooky.
You will embark on a new journey.
That's the idea. Phone, please. Stop vibrating.
Arrive at target cluster.
All right, this is it. This is the copyrighted music.
Welcome to the real universe.
So we want to try to speak
Very
over
soon,
this part as much as
you'll find
possible.
this place different from our homeland.
Yeah, discount
You
Jarvis.
should be able to adapt to the laws of physics here.
Probably.
I'm your advisor.
He
I will
is.
assist you in completing this mission.
This game is very pretty. I really like the graphics in this game. It's really nice. But, yeah. It's all good.
Everything here belongs.
It is. It's mine.
As a
It's
member
my
of the
cluster of
pioneer
stars.
of the Dyson Sphere
I think that's the thing that I like about this game the most, is that it really makes you feel like you're free to do basically whatever you want. And I think that's satisfying. And also, it has, like, since I just come off of playing Outer Wilds, I'm like, ooh, cool. Space. I like space.
Please pilot the space capsule toward this planet.
Okay. Let's pilot the space capsule towards this planet, shall we? I'm pretty sure it's just on a direct course anyway. Oh, it's been a while since I played this. How do I go up? Rotate? How do I go up? No, this way? Okay.
Unknown EM signals detected.
Yeah,
Extracting feature variables.
that's that thing right there.
Pairing with database. Those are highly likely anomalous mechanical bodies from the Mechanic Energy Program. Engineers call them dark fog. Dark fog is extremely sensitive to EM signals
Okay.
in a regular pattern, so they may launch an assault on us. To stay low profile, we will land on the other side of this planet.
Well, thank you, game.
Space capsule
First time you
will
remember
land
reading about
on the
Dyson Sphere
target
was the
planet
Phil
in 3,
Foglio
2,
book,
1.
Illegal Aliens. Great book. Read it all the way back in the 80s. I think for me it was Star Trek.
A very powerful but lightweight industrial mecha.
Yeah, that's
Use
us.
the direction keys or click the right mouse button on the ground to move the mecha. In this mission, you'll control your mecha to navigate the universe.
Yeah.
Miracles.
Oh, we're gonna create miracle, guys. We're gonna create some miracles. Let's skip ahead a little bit, shall we? We're gonna deconstruct our landing platform.
To collect resources like wood or gravel, click the right
we
mouse
gotcha.
button as well. In addition, you can hold shift and click the right mouse button on each of
look
your
at all the
targets
goodies that we
to
got.
give a series of
Nice.
commands. Some items are found after disassembling the space capsule. Click on the inventory button at the bottom right corner of the
Yeah,
screen.
so these are the things that
Open
we
and
have.
check.
These are our goals. Kind of walks you through the game. Rotate the camera. We can do that. And I think we can also set something about the bottom right of the screen. Yeah, so there's a button there
You can
for it
hold
too.
the middle mouse button to rotate the camera, or scroll the mouse wheel to zoom in and out.
Oh, we already got you, buddy. Look at that. It actually really reminds me of, like, the Builder commanders in Total Annihilation as Supreme Commander and, oh, what's the new one that they did? I don't remember. I don't remember what it was called. It's fine. Let's just get some iron ore. Probably don't need these. I'll probably regret closing those out, but it's fine.
Construction menu is locked. Complete a technology research to unlock it. Click on the technology tree button at the bottom right corner of the screen to open the technology tree and start a research.
Yeah, we will do that. Let me just gather some copper, too. Thank you. We got 10 copper and 10 iron. Actually, we got 11 copper. Marie, how's it going today? I'm here. I'm doing okay, all things considered. I could be worse, I could be better, but I figured I'd just chill and play Dyson Sphere for a few hours and, you know, sort of ease myself back into streaming, because it's been a couple of weeks since I've streamed. And, we just want to kind of take it a little bit easy today. Alright, so to do this research, we need 10 magnetic coils, which we do not have, but we can craft this. Look at all these research. Look at all this research. Beautiful. There's so much to do in this game. Alright. Alright, so we need to open up our replicator here. These are all of the things that we can build right now, which is not actually a whole lot. Hello, SGAPs, how are you doing today? But we're going to build 10 of these magnetic coils. And the game will go ahead and smelt the ore and create the magnets that we need in order to build this. So it requires 2 magnets and 1 copper. We should have that to produce 10. And the game will go ahead and will just do that for us, which is pretty generous of it, if I do say so myself. What game is this? This is Dyson Sphere Program. It's a automation game along the same vein as, like, I was gonna say RimWorld. No, Factorio. There we go. Where you basically do a lot of research, get a lot of technology, and eventually, I don't think we can...
Research.
Yeah, and then we go and we build a Dyson Sphere around the star. And we use that power to basically improve our efficiency and build bigger and better Dyson Spheres. That's the gameplay loop anyhow.
To start building it.
Alright, so we have obtained with our research a mining machine for free, a wind turbine for free, and a Tesla tower for free. So, mining machine is pretty straightforward. We,
Hold R to rotate the mining machine.
we can just go over here and we can plop
The
that.
higher the output. To ignore grid snapping, hold shift.
Ooh. That's actually pretty handy. I didn't know that. I will probably never use that feature. So when you're dropping a mine, you want to put it like as close to the ore as possible to collect as much ore as you can. There we go. And we'll just plop that bad boy down.
Insufficient items. Click on the replicator button at the bottom right corner of the screen to open the replicator and manually replicate the required items.
What items do we need, game? What are we trying to do? It just says insufficient items? Okay. Well, this thing also needs electricity, which we get from the wind turbine.
You have an unpowered production facility. To make it run normally, place it within the power grid coverage and make sure power is supplied.
So, I believe the wind turbine produces power, converts wind energy into electricity, and then the Tesla tower transmits the electricity. So what we could do is we could just kind of put this, like, I don't know, I'm not going to move too far away just yet, but we'll put it, like, here.
A wind turbine. You've now built your first power grid.
And then we could put the
Some
Tesla
power
tower,
facilities
like,
don't have
over
power
here,
supply range, so
and
you'll
that
have
will
to
power
extend
the
power
mining
grid
machine.
coverage
Just like
with
that.
towers.
And now this guy will
You've built your
automatically
first power transmission facility. A
produce.
Tesla tower. It can help
Yeah.
you transmit power wirelessly.
Yeah,
over a
I
short
got it,
range
Jarvis. You're
and
good.
extend the power grid
I
coverage.
appreciate your help, but we're
Click on
good.
it
We
to
got
view more
this.
details.
And it will automatically mine the copper, which we can then collect. So much faster, so much easier. It's great. Alright, so what do we need to do next? I'd like to get another mine, which requires a lot of stuff. But I think we have all that stuff. Let's see, we have the copper for circuit boards. It'll tell us if we're missing something. Yeah. So it'll turn red when we're missing something specific, and then we'll just have to go get it. Not a big deal. So for this guy, we're going to plop this guy over. Oop. I'm going to fail at hotkeys. And we're going to just kind of plop this guy over here. Like this. There we go. Now, I think we're going to need a lot more power for both of these. So we'll go ahead and we'll manually mine some iron so we can get what we need for this. Because these Tesla towers and these wind turbines, they require a bunch of iron. And what's this?
Insufficient materials.
Oh, what are we missing? Gears we make out of iron. Okay, I guess we just didn't quite have enough for it. That works. We're actually going to make a few of these.
Replication complete.
This is very slow. This is like the slow way of doing this. Eventually, you're going to have like replicators that are going to craft all of these things automatically for you, and then you just have to find the pieces. But for now, this is the very start of the game, so we got to do it all by hand. But this is our own little world. We can do whatever we want to this place. Let's see. We have more iron over there. We also have stone. And even more iron here. That'll be pretty handy later on. And copper.
Replication complete.
Okay. Alright. So you can't build wind turbines too close to one another, but what you can do is like click and drag, and it will automatically like grid them out in the appropriate manner. So that's a super easy way to build those. We actually have one more. There we go. And that should provide us
Insufficient materials.
way more than the amount of power that we need. Okay, so it seems like we can't just build from
Insufficient
here.
materials.
The easiest way to build buildings is to go into the replicator, unless we already have them. That's good to know. I don't... Those are one of the random, like, bits of information that I don't remember very well. But we could just plop this Tesla tower right there. And now we have both. We have both copper and iron being mined at quite a efficient speed, because they are very well powered. Alright, so we have our goals over here. We need to unlock more research. I think the game wants us to go for automatic metallurgy first. Ah, yes, for the smelter. Yeah. Yeah, we'll start working on that. We don't have the resources for that just yet, but we should be able to craft them. So that's going to be 10 of the circuit boards. So you can see here, it takes 2 iron and it takes 1 copper, and it produces 2 circuit boards. So we really only have to engage in that production 5 times in order to get 10 circuit boards. And then we also need 10 of these magnetic coils, which is the same idea. You could produce 2 of them for 2 and 1. So we'll go ahead and we'll do that. We're gonna need lots of raw resources. We're gonna need so much. I mean, we're trying to encase an entire star in a metal shell to produce electricity. And we're gonna need a lot of resources, so... So that's what we're gonna do. So one thing of note that the game hasn't
Replication complete.
really discussed yet, but I'm going to go ahead and preempt this a little bit. We do only have a certain amount of electricity in our core that we can use. And after we run out of electricity, like, we become way slower at just about everything. So we want to try to keep ourselves powered.
Fuel is required for
Here we
Mecha's
go.
every activity.
Yeah.
When energy is
Research.
exhausted, its action will be restricted. You can click on the Mecha panel button
So
at the
we can
bottom right
now
corner of the
build
screen to open the
smelters
Mecha panel.
to
and
produce
replenish
basic
the fuel
materials such
tank.
as iron and copper ingots. And we also need a sorter to automatically deliver ores to the specific areas. We'll deal with that later. We don't have to deal with that right now. So we have these convenient hydrogen fuel rods here, which do provide like a lot of energy. But I'm just going to like shove a bunch of like plant fuel and logs into my engine. That way we can get a little bit more power that way. This is probably not efficient. What is this? Magazine. Oh, that must be for like combat. Okay, I'm not familiar. I'm not familiar with any of the like combat stuff in this game yet. All right, so that got us 3 smelters. I'm actually going to build one more. Yeah, when you like do a breakthrough on a tech, it will give you like a few to start with. Yeah, so we want that. We also want storage. Is this where storage is? Yes, we want this. Conveyor belts and sorters, along with depots for storing
Replication
things.
complete.
That's what we want. Oh, and we were just briefly talking about how much research is here. There's also a lot of research we can do to improve our mech. Including a whole bunch that I have never seen before. So there's a lot. There's a lot to this game. And it does not surprise me in the least that people have like hundreds, or even thousands of hours into this game. It's just a fun little game to chill and build spacey things. So why not? We will start improving our efficiency dramatically once we get some of our automation tools ready to go. Let's go ahead and try to clear this area a little bit. My little starting area here tends to be super inefficient and super compact, and I tend to very much regret it later on. But it is important to keep in mind that, like, you have an entire planet's worth of resources.
Replication complete.
Like, you shouldn't be afraid to let your area breathe a little bit. That's all you need is another major time sink between Factorio and Satisfactory. You've already lost a large portion of your life. They're so satisfying, though. Like, when you can, like, look up in the sky and be like, yeah, do you see that planet over there?
Research.
That's where I'm getting my hydrogen or aluminum or what have you. Also, it's very pretty.
You've obtained
Look at
sorter
that.
and conveyor belt.
Wow,
Full automation is now possible.
that's really cool.
Use a conveyor belt to transport ores collected in the mining machine.
Sorry, I'm
The
getting
sorter
blown
will
away by the
transport
visuals.
ores onto the conveyor belt into the arc smelter that will smelt them automatically.
Okay, so we have 2 smelters and we have 4 smelters. And we have 2 conveyor belts. We're gonna go ahead. I think what we're going to do, how do we want to set this up? Whatever. I'm just not gonna worry about it. We're gonna put 2 smelters there
You've built an arc smelter
and 2
which
smelters
automatically
there.
produces basic materials such as iron ingots and copper ingots. However, to automatically feed in raw materials and feed out products,
Yeah,
sorters
we
and
got
conveyor
it. We got
belts
it, Jarvis.
are required.
I appreciate the help, but we got this figured out. So there's the sorters, there's the conveyor belts. We are going to need a lot of these, so I might as well just build a bunch.
The facility has no recipe designated.
We'll get
Please
it, buddy.
configure one for it.
We'll get it.
Once
Maybe
you
I
have
shouldn't have
configured
turned on advice if
press
I'm just
less
going to
than
argue
key
with
to
it the whole
copy the
time.
current recipe. Pressing greater than key will paste the same recipe to the next building.
There we go. What is it? Greater than to copy the current recipe. I'm never going to remember that. So we want this guy to turn iron ore into iron ingots. And the same
Once a
with
recipe
you.
is assigned, use less than key to copy the current recipe, and greater than key to paste the
There we
recipe
go.
to the next.
Okay. So now, go ahead and bring this road
Replication
over
complete.
this way. Like that. And this road, I don't have enough or I don't have enough conveyor belts. I need a few more. That's okay. We're all good. We'll just make 10 more. No big deal.
Insufficient materials.
I also need 2 of these storage depots, because what we're going to do, obviously, we're going to run our mining operation to the smelters, and then we're going to put the ingots into storage. That's the idea, anyhow. You just gotta get oh, look at that. Oh, it's so cool. Beautiful. Sorry, I'm very easily impressed. And we'll go ahead and we'll just kind of set the sorters here. Just like that. And these guys will automatically turn our copper ore into copper ingots. Perfect.
Replication.
I did just realize that I probably angled this the wrong way. I probably should have had these arc smelters go this way, away from the copper smelters, so that we actually have like room to expand this production. Whatever, I'm not gonna worry about that stuff right now. Oh. Okay, well that's a little bit long, but it's okay. There we go. And we can just come in here and we can just grab this. And that's already, like, a massive leap forward. I know it seems small, but it's not. And we'll build 2 depots here. Just like
built
that.
a depot for storing items.
We sure did,
You can
Jarvis.
manually store items or use a sorter to automatically access items. Wrong connection type. Use a sorter. There are 2 types of
No,
facility ports.
don't panic.
Connection
I got
ports
this.
And bridge ports. Connection ports are only compatible with conveyor belts, while bridge ports are only compatible with sorters. If a conveyor belt can't connect to a facility,
Oh, right, I
try a
do need
sorter.
more sorters, actually.
If there isn't enough ground
There we go.
space, make more efficient use of your space by stacking matrix slabs, depots, storage tanks, and splitters.
Yeah, now, things are eventually...
Now you can
we're
planet
we're
thumbnail
definitely
button
not
at the
going to get
bottom
to it
left corner
today.
of the screen.
But
Press
things
tab
are
to
eventually going to
change
get crazy, where we're going to have like liquids and gases and all sorts of crazy stuff. So now we can click the planet thumbnail at the bottom left corner of the screen to go into planet view. And that gives us like an overall
In the planet
detailed view of
you
the
can
planet.
Hold the middle mouse button to rotate the camera.
So
Hold the
we
right
can
mouse
see
button to
what
roll the camera.
like types
Press
of liquid
N
are on
to
the
line the
planet,
camera.
how much area is available for construction, how efficient
In the
wind
planet view,
energy is,
scrolling
how
the
efficient
mouse
solar
wheel
energy is.
also enters the stop.
I got it. I got it. You're fine. You can also see like where it is in like the orbit radius of the planet, how often it orbits the sun, how it's rotated. You can see a lot of crazy stuff with this, and a lot of it is relevant. If you find a planet that's like tidally locked to the sun, you can use that planet to like produce a lot of solar energy, for example. Like, there's a lot of things you could do in this game that is just really cool. I like this game. This game's a lot of fun. There's a lot of cool stuff in it. All right. So we're going to go ahead and we're just going to start filling up our storage areas. Although it looks like this one doesn't have power, but that's okay. We can go ahead and we can make that real quick and get it powered. Just like that. Excellent. You've planned the first conveyor belt, which is 42.3 meters long, ushering in an area of automated production. Yeah, so if you go in here, you can see all of our milestones. These are basically like the achievements in the game. And you slowly work towards just like, you know, building a Dyson Sphere and creating cubes of different flavors. We'll get to all of that eventually. But you can also see like how much you produce versus how much you consume. There's so much information in this game. What our power draw looks like. You can see that we are 100% efficient on our power. You can see how much power that we consume versus generate. We're not doing any research right now. You can see like how our Dyson Sphere in this system is doing. You can see how well my CPU is handling this stuff in real time. So far, it's not doing too bad, but that's good information to have. And then, of course, we also have the metadata, which is again like the new game plus sort of stuff. You collect metadata once you like build a Dyson Sphere, and you can invest that towards research in the next game. We're probably not going to be really using that much though, because I don't really have anything for it. What's this? The swarm will launch an assault when the threat is full. Huh. Okay. Well, we should probably worry about that. Well, I mean, we got plenty of iron and copper now, so we can progress on our research. Maybe we want to get weapon systems. Actually, the game's really wanting me to start researching some of these upgrades. So we'll start with an upgrade to our core energy. And, yeah, we actually need to get the research first, which is this guy. So we need 10 magnetic coils and 10 circuit boards, which we can produce quite easily now. I say as we need magnets. We're just going to kind of hoover up some of this iron ore. So, for context, you produce magnets from iron ore as well. You cannot produce it from iron ingots. So if you don't have any iron ore in your inventory, you can't produce any magnetic coils, which need magnets. So we're just going to produce 10 of those guys and 10 of those guys. There's no real reason not to go overboard now that we don't have the smelt stuff for it. And, yeah. Increased durability, laser attack range, laser weapon damage, and energy capacity of the mecha. So you could turn your mecha into, like, a pretty decent, like, production thing if you want. There's different ways to customize it, which we're probably not going to be engaging with for a while. But I am a little bit worried about this whole threat thing. I'm not quite sure what we're going to be getting ourselves involved with. That's an entirely new or, like, different aspect of the game that I've never really monkeyed around with. So we're just going to shove some more logs and plant matter into our fuel tank. There we go. And let's go ahead and get this guy, the electromagnetic matrix. It unlocks blueberry cubes and a matrix lab. delicious. Delicious, delicious blueberry cubes. Okay. So we could probably expand our production a little bit here while we wait. We might as well. Okay, that actually didn't take very long. Alright, so we've unlocked the Matrix Lab, also called the Center Brain Connector. It can be used to unlock new technologies by uploading matrices to it. So this is the way that we automate our research, and you'll see that like a lot of the research that we need, like the weapon systems that we were looking at earlier, needs these cubes. So the way that we get these cubes is through this Matrix Lab. So for that we need, let's see, how do we make cubes again? Hold on. We need circuit boards and we need magnetic coils. So we should probably set up a couple of smelters.
Insufficient materials.
That's fine. We should build 2 smelters. And we should divide our conveyors here to like half of them doing
Fabrication complete.
iron ingots and the other half doing magnets, because we're going to need both. So I think here's what we're going to do. We're going to kind of rearrange this a little bit and also build more roads because we need them. And it also looks like we need some more power. It's like our power generation is not quite to snuff. That's okay. We can make that work. And we'll also grab... Ooh. There we go. We'll just build a handful of Tesla towers too. There's no real reason not to just like build a bunch of buildings once you have the efficiency. Once you have things automated a little bit. Because I mean, we already have so much iron and so much copper, and we've only been like mining it for, I don't know, maybe 10, 20 minutes. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. So we're going to take this like this. We're also going to dismantle this guy. We're going to be putting it back. Don't worry. Don't panic. We're going to get rid of this. Let's see. Put the Tesla tower back. Excellent. And we need more sorters too. And so this guy, we want to keep this guy on iron. This one, we're going to start making some magnets, as well as this one once we get the power. I'm just gonna plop that guy in right there.
Replication complete.
Excellent. So we need some more storage.
Materials.
Just build a bunch of those because we're going to need them. Honestly, that should probably be my mantra. I should probably just be like, you know what? We're gonna need like 1 million of these. We might as well build them. But I guess what I can do, because we're going to need it soon, I think, I am just going to build like 20 of these blue cubes. Because that threat is rising, and I don't really know how dangerous it's going to be. But that's okay. That's okay. Okay, so it looks like our sorters can't actually feed enough of these goods in here fast enough. These are just like the basic tier 1 sorters. We get better ones later. And we're also struggling with power, which I knew that. I remembered that. All right. We'll go ahead and we'll just build a couple lines of these guys. Just like that. Excellent. Okay, so that should solve our power issues for now. Yeah, everything seems to be running okay now. That's good. There we go. And we're just gonna feed this guy right into there. All of these things can be upgraded to their more advanced forms later on. So we won't be stuck with these forever. We'll get more efficient things as we progress. There we go. Okay. So we produced our first electromagnetic blueberry flavored cube in 32 minutes. Blueberry cubes, my favorite. But that should be enough for us to get these weapon systems. Once weapons appear, the tables are turned. Icarus has what it needs to fight Dark Fog and guard the base. And it can calmly respond to raids as well. Then we'll start researching that. Alright, so now we have our magnets. We have... You know, looking at this is going to be a little bit obnoxious moving forward, but that's fine. We'll figure it out. So the reason I say that is because eventually what we're going to want to do, we're going to want to produce a whole bunch of these magnetic coils, which require magnets and copper. Magnets and copper. So we're going to have to run, like, conveyors around like this and go, like, over the iron or around the iron. And it's going to get a little bit convoluted. But that's okay. That's okay. Yeah, we're just having a little bit of fun here. We don't have to do things perfectly. It can get a little bit gross and ugly. It's all right.
Insufficient materials.
I think I forgot to... Oh, no. No. It's fine. The reason why this is full of magnets is because this conveyor is full. Let's try to fix this a little bit. Because I'm bad at video games, you know, as you do. Oop, no, we want to go this way. There we go. Then we'll go ahead and we'll set two sorters to grab that and put in there. That'll double that speed, and that means that this conveyor won't be backed up anymore. Perfect. All right, now we can defend our base against raids and survive the dangers of the universe. Excellent.
You've unlocked the weapon system. Icarus can now use ammo. Press C to open the mega panel. Load the magazine and activate it. Use ammo to protect both yourself and the base when Dark Fog strikes.
Okay. When enabled, after the current ammo is depleted, groups of ammo of the same type will be automatically obtained from the mecha's inventory for replenishment. Okay. That seems pretty handy, yeah. Alright, I guess we could just throw in these hydrogen fuel rods. They're pretty high power. They'll power us up rather quickly. I don't know why I was bothering to hold on to them. Well, we can produce them later on. It's not a big deal. And then there's our ammo. Okay. This seems pretty straightforward. Okay, so we
Dark fog
need...
cluster is launching an assault.
What? Dark fog is launching an assault. Is that... Can we see that on the map? Oh, is this... Okay, I think I understand. They're coming from this direction? Yeah. Alright. Well, let's go beat him up. Let's go show him who's boss. Hello. Do I just automatically... Okay, I automatically attack.
A dark fog planetary base has launched an attack. Icarus is equipped with laser weapon module, which can automatically strike enemies within its range. Faster mecha power generation means a faster rate of fire. Fill the chamber with fuels and get ready to engage.
Okay, so the initial wave, the game really kind of expects you to not have weapons. We do. We do have weapons, though. So, where's this final attacker? Hello? No, we can't fly yet.
Replication complete.
Eventually, we'll learn how to fly. Pew, 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 pew. There we go. Alright.
Laser weapon module consumes mecha's core energy for charging. More advanced fuel can increase the fuel chamber's power and the rate of fire of laser weapon module.
Okay. But we have a whole bunch of ammo. So we should be good to go, right? I think. What's this? Okay. Whatever. I'm sure it's fine. Anyway, what do I need? I need gears and I need circuit boards. We should have the proper things to produce those at this point. Yeah. So gears are another thing we need to use iron for. Iron is a very high demand resource, as you would expect, I guess.
Replication complete.
Huh. Okay. So it takes longer for the next assault, it seems, because I don't think it was 128,000 last time. And it seems like the base gets experience and levels as it sends enemies out. Interesting.
Research complete.
Alright, now we have the assembling machine. Nice. So with this guy, what we can do... That's kind of spooky looking. Let's not worry about that big spooky hive out there, shall we? So the assembling machine provides us sort of with the next level of efficiency. Because with this guy, we can produce kind of like tier 2 items. Like coils and gears. Yeah, I wouldn't really call gears like a tier 2 item, but I guess it is. And circuit boards, which will be very important. We're gonna use this to produce coils. That way we can automate our matrix lab. Because to automate our matrix lab, we need to be able to produce both circuit boards and... There we go. And magnetic coils. So we need iron, we need copper, and we need to feed that into the machine to produce circuit boards and magnetic coils. And then from there, we can start producing blueberry cubes. Delicious. And that'll speed up our research significantly. Okay, so here's the weird thing. First things
Insufficient
first,
materials.
let's build another one of these, because we're gonna need it. Do something like that.
Replication complete.
Thank you. Put this guy, like, over here. Put the Tesla tower there. So, first things first, we want to put these guys into here. Like this. This is going to be coils. I don't think it really matters which one's coils and which one's circuit boards. It's all gonna go to the same place. And the answer is Inefficiency Town. Okay, and then I guess for this guy, okay, I have an idea. Let's bring this way. Bring it this way, and we'll do something like that. Stay with me. Stay with me. This may not seem like I know what I'm doing, but I know what I'm doing. All right. So for this guy, we're gonna feed this copper. Put another Tesla tower there so it has power. And we're gonna feed the copper into here. And we're going to feed the copper into here. So now we should start producing. This is so bad. This is so bad. Whatever, it's fine. We're producing magnetic coils now. And then here, for this guy, we're gonna do something like this. Look, this is the first, like, the basic, I'm just getting stuff off the ground build. We can work with efficiency later. There we go. So now we have magnetic coils and circuit boards being produced. So these guys are all going to have to go to a storage area. I like to put, like, every level of resource into a storage area so that, like, if I want to build something, I can just walk over and be like, oh, I need some iron ingots. Let me grab those. I need some magnets. We'll grab the... we'll grab those. Is my inventory full? No, I'm just bad, apparently. There we go. And if I need copper, I can just grab the copper. Why can't I? Do I have to have my inventory open for that? Maybe I do. I bet I do. Yeah. Oh, I can hit control and left mouse button to transfer. I didn't really want to transfer 2,000 copper ingots into my inventory. Thanks, game. But at least I know I can do that now. Or at least I've been reminded that I can do that now. Okay.
Insufficient materials.
We'll go ahead and we'll build a bunch more of these conveyors. And we'll bring these guys over here. Hear me out. It's okay. Actually, that's a terrible spot for that. It's okay. It makes sense. It makes sense, I promise.
Application complete.
And we'll put those guys in there. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then these guys will go into the matrix lab, which we'll put here.
A matrix lab. A facility to produce matrices.
That
It can also
that
be
is what a
used to
matrix lab
research
is. Thank you,
technologies that
Jarvis.
are unlocked with matrices. Matrices
I need
are the
so
source
many more
codes to
roads.
maintain the center brain simulation of a homeland. You can upload as many matrices to the center brain to run its simulation and unlock more technologies in the real world.
Yeah. So here we just have like a basic setup to produce blueberry cubes. You got your basic resources, which feed into your reactors here, your smelters, which then feed into these guys, which then feeds into the matrix lab. It's probably a little bit more complicated than like the game wants it to be, because I tend to overcomplicate things in stupid ways. But it works. It works, and now we have plenty of blueberry cubes to consume, along with extra room for more. How do we want to do this? I guess we could just do it like that. Yes, I want you to produce blueberry cubes. Thank you. There we go.
Replication complete.
And I wonder if we could also, like... I don't know, I've never really tried it like this before. But we could, like, create a loop. And maybe, like, put our Tesla tower in a better spot, like here. And we can also, like, produce, like, set up a loop of these guys. This one might be a little bit more complicated. Actually, no, we don't want to do that. Hold on. Because we need an output location for this matrix lab. The reason why I'm doing this is because you can, like, stack matrix labs. So, like, you can feed all of this stuff into, like, one super tall matrix lab and profit, in theory. Like I said, I've never really tried to do it this way before, but whatever, why not? Why not have some fun with it, right? And then this guy, you can just kind of do something like this. There we go, and we have some nice, delicious, radioactive blue cubes. Delicious. These things are beautiful to watch, like, glowing across a a conveyor belt like that. They are quite snazzy looking.
Insufficient materials.